There's no such thing as the archetypal footballer, no such thing as the ideal shape or size. The professional game demands a range of talents. There are the gifted, the powerful, the brave, the tricky and the sly. And there are those who offer a combination of these things, along with the ability to dominate physically at the intensely competitive top level, the hard men. Believe me, football fans can derive as much pleasure from seeing an uncompromising tough nut strutting his stuff as they can from watching the sublimely talented. But what makes these men a breed apart? What makes them kick? Your guide to the men of grit and guile is today's self-confessed creator of havoc, Vinnie Jones.
I mean, what is hard? Is hard not flinching in a tackle? I think that's what it means. If the ball's there to be won, and you've got to go in to win that ball for your team, and maybe you are going to be in a 40-60 situation, and you've still got to go in. And I think that's what these lads in this video are all about.
Number one tough nut, the supremely competitive Graham Souness. Hard to believe that he ran away from Tottenham in his teens because he was homesick. But he won his spurs at Anfield in the late 70s and early 80s.
Yeah, Graham Souness, I've got a lot of admiration for him because I think he was a very passionate player, and he looked after other players as well. If one of his players got a whack or something, untoward went on, whereas one of his players got hurt, he would go and sort it out for him. I'm not saying that's right, but he took it upon himself to say, you're not taking liberties with any of my lads, And he was out there and he captained them and all sorts of things, and played for Scotland, scored some brilliant goals.
Three players to his right, he's picked out Souness, who picks out a beauty.
Great pass with the ball.
Dead right, Vinnie. So much of Souness's driving talent in midfield produced something positive for the likes of Kenny Dalglish and Ian Rush. The telling pass and the clinical finish, the trademark of Liverpool at their best.
I don't think Graham Souness was a 40-60 man. I think he used to turn it round and make it 40-60 in the other way. But I've seen a few of his tackles against a couple of Germans and Denmark and things like that, and he has had a tendency to go very high when he goes in for the ball. But, a lot of admiration for him. And even now as a manager, he's still, very passionate about it.
Get after him now!
And I do like to look up to people like that.
There are all sorts of tackles. Some you get just right, that's called reading the game. Sometimes you're a bit late, that's called clumsy. And then there are those that just go horribly wrong. A bit like this.
Keegan. Oh, that was a bit late on Kevin Keegan by Graham Souness. And the referee wants a word. And Keegan limping away. And Souness, who has been known to make the first tackle tell, gets a ticking off.
If you win things, you get bonuses, you get paid more. I play to win. I don't regard myself as a hard man, no.
Well, there are plenty of footballers still nursing the bruises to prove you wrong there, Graham. Plenty to admire too, though.
Liverpool were rather square, and Money was the extra man. Good challenge by Souness.
Souness was a great player. Everything went through him. He was a player who demanded the ball, got it from the back players, gave it to the front players. And of course, he could win a tackle. He was a ferocious competitor. But a great captain, Graham, led by example, got everybody playing, and some of the best football I ever saw from Liverpool teams were when Graham Souness was in the side.
Souness! His first for Liverpool. It's going to fall for Souness, and Liverpool have got 5 players in attack here. Souness into the gap. Beautifully done. A goal by Souness. Highway. Free to come onto the angled one. Souness! Oh, I say! What a way to complete a hat-trick. He never saw it.
So Graham Souness at his peak was unquestionably tough, certainly uncompromising, and he never shirked a challenge. Although some of those challenges, it would be fair to say, didn't exactly endear him to opposing fans. Mostly his quality shone through. With Souness it was outstanding talent allied to a ferocious desire to win. Liverpool's unprecedented and unsurpassed run of success coincided with his time at Anfield. His attitude was a key element of the Reds' reign, and the odd conversation with the referee was all part of a day's work for Souness. Over 200 league games for Liverpool and a driving force in every one of them. Scotland too benefited from his endeavours on 54 occasions, and the one thing we'll remember about Graham Souness is that he was always a winner, so often taking the silverware back to the sideboard at Anfield. 5 league championship medals at Liverpool alone before further glory as player and manager with Rangers in Scotland.